Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
It's good? Right. It's a nice platform to get into to every one of you over here. I'll be right now connecting to I have a short PC wherein I can show some slides which will be immediately reflecting some of the good moments wherein we can provide a pollution treatment for soil and water for agricultural solutions. If anyone have any kind of questions, I would like to have it on the box so that things will be quite easy. Okay. So give me a second so that I can get on.
You would like to show its presentation? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. 1 second. I'll just making you as a presenter. Then
yes, I would like to have a presentation. Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Great. This is our form with Innovio that provides environmental bioengineering solutions. Okay. Hope it's all good. Yeah. So we are a team of we have the scientific team, business team, and we guys are associated with various universities across United States, Brazil, France, and India. We are a team of environmental scientists, engineers, and business consultants who work in the process in solving the pollution process of water and soil. We have an R&D, we have the services, we do conduct research operations, like for example research projects wherein we have environmental biotechnology and the use of high-end molecular biology and bioinformatic tools. Other than that, when we go for industries or agricultural lands, we try to find out the contamination what the soil is having or the water is having and help them to isolate some profitable products which could be recycled and could be commercialized. In doing so, we have the consulting services. Hope we all are in the view of understanding carbon credits and their transactions, which also we provide a service. Our global site goes with innovio.com and the Indian site goes with innovio.co.in. When we speak about water, soil quality and treatment, we are not exactly in process of getting into a testing phase or testing labs. Rather, we're more into the treatment process. Normally when you go to a treatment, is we try to suppose for an agricultural farm or an agricultural soil, we go, we need some physical and chemical analysis of the water table underneath the soil and of the soil. We try to isolate some microbial microbes which are present over there. We do some chemical analysis. Majority of the time we do have some chemical concentrations in the soil or water which is quite profound or exceptionally unlimited. Over there we try to isolate some, we see the which particular parameters or soil limits or the chemicals or the microbes are affecting the soil and the water of an agricultural farm, and how it could be optimized in getting a fruitful products, for example the crops, for the crops. When we speak about agriculture and we have specified crops, and right now in India we do have a lot of agricultural waste instead. Like for example, when we talk about rice, we have a lots of rice husk. We have been getting into mushroom cultivation and other stuff, but it could be dealt with integrated agricultural farming, and we have proper solutions how to get it byproducts commercialized. When we during agriculture, irrigation or water restoration is a very big problem in India. There have been numerous lands, agricultural lands where irrigation is quite good. There have been numerous lands where irrigation is not a good part. We do have rainwater harvesting, but still the quality of the water, the quality of the soil, it does matter. And it matters at this level. Right now we need to optimize the process, and using the soil contamination, if at all there is any kind of microbe or any kind of chemical exposures, we can use that and we can get it engineered for, and you can utilize as a manure for specific crops instead. Talking about next slide, while we go on near the agricultural lands or the rural areas, we do have drinking water. We have a drinking water contamination, there are plenty, but what we are, and there are plenty of testing labs also, what we are providing is here about how to detect the on-site monitoring of the water quality, and how to get, and how, if at all, is there any contamination like iron, chromium, arsenic, or any viral, like for example in India, jaundice is a big issue. We are always trying to talk about clinical samples, but we never thought about how to get through from the water till the clinical sample. We have specific solutions wherein we can detoxify the thing at the community level. When we speak about different other stuffs like industrial and or urban areas or agricultural wastewater treatment, what we specifically do we increase? We check on the bioprocess, how is the water flow moving on, how identify the malfunction, is if at all there is, why is there a particular height limit in a parameter, either chemical or biological. We try to have a process treatment, and we try to monitor that for at least 6 months. Within that time, we get to diagnose the problem, and we try to optimize what could be good at a community level. Suppose, for example, for 20 acres or 30 acres, and then we provide an implementable lab process which been developed in my lab in India, and then we try to implement it on site. When we speak about agriculture and soils and water, we have lots of waste ponds which have been no man's land, wherein we do a pond is here. In India we use a pond not only just for ecotourism purposes but also for daily sanitary measures. Lot of things apart from the drinking water that have been utility in other activities eventually. Lot of time we do see even in rural or urban, several ponds are being into wastelands and they are not being utilized, resulting they have been getting into real estate stuff. Right now what we are in, we have the solutions where we can detect the presence of toxins, for example for waste pond. Toxins as in case comes from the microbial or it's directly the chemicals which have been a certain influx of the like nitrate concentration or iron, chromium, arsenic, for example, in Bengal. And we will try to reduce it by giving some microbial bioengineering solutions which have been developed from the lab. When we move to agricultural soils, soil fertility we always try to measure, and we always try to put for a particular crop we need to add on certain amount of phosphorus or nitrogen, but there had been already quantitative amount which is not allowed to grow the soil fertility. What we do, we just optimize the thing using microbes. So we don't use any kind of hazardous chemicals. We use microbes in doing so, so that we can optimize the soil fertility rather putting more and more fertilizers. In doing so, we are related with the digital system where we have an e-health card system, wherein we can directly make a forensics of a particular patch of land, or the land size varies from 20 acres to 200 acres, wherein we give you all the data of microbial and the chemical contamination in that. The sooner we have those data, the sooner it's easy for us to get how to solve that particular problem, rather than putting more and more. I mean, for civil engineers, like we put more editors, or there are variety disciplines which is more cost effective or expensive. And in due this process, it is not that much, because here we don't use any kind of machineries, no manhandling issues, nothing as such.
In the
These are some
audience,
of the projects based on
yeah.
the completed
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
These are some of the completed projects which had already been done, performed by our group. Somewhere we do have some fluorinated compounds already found in water. Fluorinated goes with, it's for example it's chlorine, but for some time we do go on with fluorines, fluoride pollutions. We do put lots of fluorine tablets. Sometimes at the end of the day, the water table has been contaminated. We have already been solving this issue, wherein we can reduce the chlorothenes from 100 micrograms to less than 1 microgram per liter in that area. This per liter, it symbolizes for wet lab, lab based. When it goes to the field, it moves accordingly. For example, we have also done for benzene certain organic chemicals, which we have been successful in decreasing the amount from 1000 microgram per liter to 500 microgram per liter. This water doesn't only require, this water is, we are not speaking only about the irrigated waters, we are even speaking about the groundwater, the water table contamination eventually. When you speak about soil, soil has been polluted through lots of hydrocarbons, lots of stuffs are there, and we have been making a successfully lab-based protocol implemented into community, wherein we have been successfully decreased certain amount of hydrocarbons from 14,000 milligram per kg of soil to 2,000 milligram per kg of soil. It had been used with specific methods. For this, there had been specific, and it takes around the time limits for this ranges from 4 months to 12 months. We have been using certain point of time chemical oxidations on site, wherein we have at some point of time sodium sulfate was motivated, and the alkaline and the pH and certain concentrations were being measured. At the same time, we have been successful in getting, at the end of the treatment, the hydrocarbons concentration reduced to 500 milligram per kg to less than 20 milligram per kg for soil. So there have been specific, these are some of the approaches which had been successfully completed by last year, and have been in this business commercializing, treating the pollution at a community level since last 5 years. In India, this would be our 1.5 year, we'll be completing our 1.5 year in Bhubaneswar. When you speak about agriculture, there had been into lots of questions about biofuels, what happens with algae, jatropha, and other various tribal and medicinal plants even, who had been into biofuels related to oil or energy. There is a picture wherein we have a lots of plastics. It's near a place in India, wherein we have an industrial estate, wherein we have lots of plastics. It goes on. There had been lots of issues regarding the bioenergy policies, talking iron ore coming down here, talking lots of renewable. There had been, there is definitely, we are here in India just to promote this or to get it implemented. For example, when we speak about organic waste, not always we're speaking about biofertilizers. We do, we do speak about lots of other stuff wherein we can make it a more move using the help of nanotechnology and all. We have lots of solid waste and effluent which has been coming down from the industries nearby to the agricultural farms, wherein which could be, we are not speaking about detoxifying those stuffs. What I'm speaking in this particular slide is about how to detoxify and how to make a revenue generation out of those pollutants. We have plastics. I have been in contact with the civil engineers and others with us who help us to get these plastics and to make it to roads and variety other products which could be used as intermediate product in different industries. For example, certain products have been identified in India which could be used as intermediate products for automobiles or paint industry. Those are solid waste coming down from sugar industries, from plastic industries, from leather industries, and etc. The automobile industries and all, they procure this much material from some other source, and wherein this pollution, these areas wherein like solid waste or plastic, this could be reused. Not exactly a plastic has been used, but a component of it or a chemical composition has been used and been made as a different product which could be used into different industries. While we are speaking about all this, there's a huge, I guess, the carbon credits is quite still a new terminology for India, and it's not like there had not been much approach in getting into more community level, but still we do offer a clean development mechanism, how to make sustainability reports. When we do particular processes in commercializing from waste to wealth, there had been we'll get certain carbon credits in doing so. And we do have some tax benefits in this here. We have a specific carbon credit team with us who can verify the whole process and can let you know with a proper DPR, detailed project report, how much waste, what could be done as a secondary product, and how much money could be gathered using the carbon credits. What I'm here over showing you is a latest product of ours, which is still now in community phase, and yet we'll be launching it soon to the market. This is a particular biosensor. This biosensor doesn't require any electricity, but rather it has been using the chemical energy from the bacteria to generate the electricity. What it does particularly is we put this particular sensor into the underground water, like for example for agricultural lands, we put it beneath underground around 20 feet down, wherein the bacteria uses the concentration, the chemical compositions and other stuff, and it generates a particular amount of electricity. It does have a probe inside wherein it detects the on-site monitoring of, it detects the different chemical parameters and like BODs and other stuff, physicochemical parameters. It doesn't go into the microbial parameters. And at the same time, it shows me on my desktop what is the concentration of this particular parameter at that particular site at the exact moment. The sooner we are in a moment in getting the problem, or if at all there is an issue, the sooner we can act and solve that issue. So this is a particular device which is being using microbial fuel cells, bacteria generating electricity to be used in on-site detection and transfer. The maintenance cost and all, it's not so high because all of the work is being done through bacteria which are already present in the system on the site. This is particularly being used in monitoring the water quality of the natural and industrial environments on site. We are not in a position to take down the sample from a particular land and then taking it to the lab and doing so. By that time, by that 15 days, lots of things changes in the environment. So the sooner we are able to detect a particular problem, the sooner we can solve it. It looks somewhat like this. We call it Node as a brand. This is the Node architect. It's usually been used for groundwater detection systems. It is used for river and lakes contamination we can get into through. You can see the different biological process. For example, 10 years before or 5 years before a particular land was giving this much of fertility for a particular crop. It's not necessary after 5 years it will be giving the same. We can know the bioprocess, why is it happening, at least we can have an optimized solution for the same. And it has been using in different irrigation and sewage treatments also, I mean the channeling partners. The application goes with majority monitoring the organic compound concentration, detection of toxic compounds, as in like certain chlorine, fluoride, it has been designed of
Your voice is breaking. Hello?
like for a particular site.
Hello?
Have a big tool or for municipalities so that the detection system would be good. This is an example wherein we put it into an industry where we have a lot of sewage, the ETP plant. Normally an industry do have an sewage treatment plant and wherein we are getting lower yield and then it passes on to specific rivers or lakes. What do we do if we put a node over here in the channeling pipes on the center, where in process if at all there is a decrease in concentration or increase in concentration of a particular chemical toxicity, it could be detected and the same SMS could be given to the production of the plant engineer. Right. Should be moving on tank and it so the detection mechanisms aren't lots and they do detect. On-site detection and experiment been going on with how does this node act on with a specific level of water and with a specific level of soil underneath. We had some experiments when we found some such kinds of graphs. Normally when the detection system it allows on site, on my monitor also it will be showing some such graphs. Thanks a lot all of you for listening me for so long, and this is the whole team with our
Anyone in the audience, if you have questions, please ask via chat
from
box.
the Innovio group. I would love to.
In the audience, please ask your chats via chat box. Okay, one question is, according to you, is it good to use hard water for agriculture? Why and why not?
What water agriculture?
According to you, is it good to use hard water for agriculture purpose? If why and why not?
Well, it depends on the soil. Depends on the soil quality and the crop you are using. It will be. It's not a specific question. I need a specific question for what kind of soil is that, the pH and everything, and what particular crop is that, and the season.
Okay. And do you also help in testing the quality of the soil?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So you have separate labs for this.
Yeah, we do have a separate lab to do that.
Okay.
I guess I can see one more question from Mr. Ritesh Yadav speaking about biogas to electricity. I would say yes, we have already installed 4 of them, but the point is we need to have 750 kg of the biomass per day to generate electricity. We have been successfully doing that in the northern part of India, um, out of which we have been around 8 hours of lighting for 20 bulbs and 2 television sets. That it is possible we did that already. I would appreciate if some more questions would be coming on this regard also. Thank you. Proton crop booster. I guess is this a? I have a question. Proton crop booster. Is this a? Hard. It's a chemical, I guess. Hello, the VMG team. Is this a chemical, proton crop booster? Well, I have no idea about this, but if at all it's a chemical, I won't suggest this. Well, I guess since I'm situated in Bhubaneswar, I don't think, or there is a possibility for him to, if a farmer calls me for any soil testing or water testing, we have our team which could be through which they can go and bring down the soil. But the more confirmatory measure should be, if at all the soil could be tested in the same, like for example, if at all the soil is, the land is from Cochin, so there are various testing measures which is over there eventually. But what we are doing here, we can analyze that soil water report, and you can tell him why, if at all there is an iron concentration is more, then how to reduce that. And for that, we would be needing some soil samples, which could be manageable. That's not an issue. We can bring that up to our lab. Water treatment plants. Okay, let me just move on with Kavita's question. Will you be able to train any person who approaches you for this purpose? Yes, definitely. We do train students from agriculture. I mean, master students and PhD students. Currently also we are going to have some innovative summer school wherein they'll be learning new approaches how to solve this particular issue. Because the sooner they are into, the sooner it could be more into the community. Kavita, that was your answer. From the VMG team, does the government provide any subsidy to the farmers for establishing water treatment plants? I don't think so. But yes, always we cannot think about water treatment plants, which is quite cost-effective measure, quite expensive. So rather, it is possible. I mean, our processes are possible without a factory outlet or without taking half an acre. We are in a position of solving this issue for the farmers, and which is less expensive than installing a water treatment plant and then operating it. Water management for we do have all of these. I mean, I guess we have been listening about rainwater harvesting and other things, but what I would be more interested into getting a quality water, at least for drinking or for human health use. What I'm more interested into that. That was your answer, Kavita. Menika has been asking me a question. Who are your main customers? Can farmers use this solution? the farmers could be dealing with the Panchayati Raj, wherein the Panchayati Raj would be talking to me, and we can have a solution on that part, because it does require a community level approach. It's not a one-on-one. VGMT, VEMG team would be in rainforest or good soil. What is the percentage of organic carbon? What is the percentage of carbon in poor solid in rainforest? Well, I'm not the exact person in answering that. I cannot tell that. I'm not a scientist. Sorry.
Okay.
So all these technical questions have been handled by our technical team of experts.
Okay. Are you associated with any universities where you provide your, you have do a lecture on this?
Yes, we are, in India we have been associated with KIT University, and in France, US and Brazil also we are associated with universities over there, wherein we do have several environmental research programs.
Okay. Okay.
We have PhD students who work on this.
Okay. So you personally visit the universities and do a lecture on it?
Yeah, definitely, we do.
Okay. Okay. Can you give some examples of universities? Name the university.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Innovio is being tied up with Innovio is in 4 places in world, and all of the 4 places are associated with universities. It is being headquartered in France, it's in Lyon, and we're with University of Lyon. In USA, we are with University of California.
Okay.
In
Brazil,
India, we have University of Santa Catarina, and in India, it's with KIT University in Bhubaneswar, Odisha.
Okay, only in Bhubaneswar. Okay.
Yes, right now.
Okay. Kavita has question. Can you please give us examples of successful installation? And Menaka, do you have competitors in India?
Okay. Successful installations, I guess my slides on water treatment and soil treatment, those were some of the examples wherein we have successfully completing all these stuff about the soil pollutions, treating the soil contaminants and the water contaminants. And the question from Menka was my competitors. I'm not sure if I have any. There should be something going on with the R&D scale, but not into commercialization for the society. There is one more question with what are your views on algae being used for water treatment? That's a good question because of we have been using algae some point of time for green energy also to get certain chemicals, but we have to see on the quality of the water and the GH location it is concerned. We can use it. Kavita's question, Kavita's question, successful installation that had been into my slide, I guess Rajni ma'am can forward that to you. TNAU, no, we don't, we have it with Odisha State University of Agriculture and Technology and with KIT University. To successfully implement a wastewater management project on a farm, what is required by the farmer? First of all, they should be with the testing report, what is the problem, and then if they are approaching us, we can provide them with less expensive solution to them. This could be used at a community level for the well-being of the soil fertility and the crop products. In India, we operate majorly into Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Pune some point of time for the marine coast and Bengal.
Okay.
You are saying about the installation at the village level where you work. Can you give an example of such a situation? It had been moving with this place over here in Odisha called Ganjam. Ganjam is a district and there is a village over there called Chikiti. We have been giving on certain trainings to the farmers. I guess on March we gave them how to move on with these processes and all. We were over there for around 20 days and with a team of around 12 guys. I mean, they were engineers, some were speaking about subsidies, some were speaking about lot. And at the end of the day, they need to know what is the soil about chemically, not just a guess, and how to solve it also. So it had been given in a district of Punjab.
Okay.
My training on algae would be coming soon. I guess I'll be giving an algae processing and how to get into commercialization with import and export by June or something like that. I have in plan. I have to give it one. And please, if possible, note down let me give my email ID over here eventually, so that things should be easy when it comes, so that I can so that you can have the information. Please send me an ID. Please send me your email for the same.
Okay. Tim Anthony has one question. What is the fee structure?
Yes. For what?
For your services, I guess.
My training programs or my services on water and soil?
I mean, for the consultation.
I'm sorry?
It's for the consultation.
Well, if it's normal consultation, yeah. No, I mean, because we are here to implement. We are not just speaking up and doing. We're here to implementation. I mean, if it's a normal one-on-one verbal consultation, I don't charge anything. But yes, I'd be happy if we could implement it somewhere and can solve some pollution issues. And that do require, I mean, and solving that pollution issue at implementation level, I have to see where is the site, and there are a long list of, so that I can calculate and tell you.
Okay.
Well, the budget lies somewhere between 2 lakhs to 10 lakhs.
Okay. Menaka is asking, what is the cost or the investment required for typical installation at community level?
What is the cost or investment required to typical installation coming? It ranges from 2 lakhs to 10 lakhs for an area of 20 acres for soil. BMJ team asking me, according to you, what is the right time for the farmers to go for a water testing or soil testing before the season starts? Kharif and Rabi. My training program offers certain services for, but those training programs are majorly for MSc peoples and life science graduates or scientists. There have been huge, I mean, they are into science, how to develop these kind of processes, from where to identify a particular bacteria till how can be a biological simulation and everything. It goes with the normal farmers eventually, how to get into different kind of exotic fish species ranging to algae, how to make use of the particular medicinal plant extract and commercialization, and herbal plants and its commercialization. There are variety. Let me your email ID so that I can get into it. And please shoot me email when you feel like. Soil erosion, there had been particular amount of soil erosion, there had been a particular amount of plants which had been used, and not always those plants are needed to be brand new. We can use some of the local plants also. We have to identify some particular plants. We have team which can identify at your particular area, and it can look onto it. So there are some specific measures, but I have to know where exactly the soil erosion is. Maybe into a river, maybe into the marine zone. The person completing bachelor's in biotechnology, algal training, yes, please be on my site. It should be uploaded over there, and please be in connection with me so that the things should be quite fruitful.
Okay. Menka wants to know your, okay, yeah.
The first site is for India, the second site is for that is our global site. According to you, how crop rotation is helpful in improving the soil health? These are some classical agriculture been going on, and we have been doing this, and we are okay on this. But Apart from the crop rotation, there has been intermediary crop planting, that is even good, but what it does is it takes a longer time, and there are particular group of microbes which helps. So what we people do over there is we just increase the concentration of those particular helpful microbes for the soil fertility. That's how we get good crops at the end of the season. It's really very good crop rotations and all, but we need to have more things.
Okay. And what is the fee structure of your
Can you elaborate
training
the
program?
products? Ma'am, it depends. I mean, if it's for scientific stuff, it ranges from 7,000.
Okay.
And we do give on for projects like for 6 months and all, it goes till 15,000.
Okay. And the duration?
Can you elaborate? The 7,000 points it goes for duration of a month, and the 15,000 it goes for a duration of 3 months.
Okay.
Can you elaborate about the products which can be produced from plastic waste? There are lots of products which could be used. We have been using in Belgium. We have been using plastics in making different accessories. I mean, fashion accessories. Apart from that, we have been using plastic in making roads, plastic bricks. There are lots. It depends on the quality of the plastics. It's equivalent to the biomedical waste also. There is a loss. To bank give loan on these kind of projects? I don't think so. These are all solution-based projects and commercialization. But yes, if at all there is some kind to do with agricultural stuff, the local agricultural bank should be in a position in giving such loans. Microbial solutions for a particular soil, these are good, and this is what even I'm giving. But what I do over here is I give you a testified lab report of yes, this much amount of soil. Like for example, when I give a test, I give my minimum criteria is for 10 kg of soil from your farm. So after that only I give it to you. It's not like I develop something with 2 kg or 1 kg of soil and then I give it to you with your 20 acres land. I need to provide you first a microbial solution with my 10 kg of soil and a report on that, and then I will be planting it over there, my microbes. Or else, I mean, before you have any kind of microbial solution directly into the land, let it be tested on a larger scale into a lab. Without testing, it shouldn't be done. Can you provide your website? It would be www.innovio.co.in for India and www.innovio.com for the global site. The plastic reprocessed products you mentioned just now, is it safe to use? Oh yeah, pretty much. That is on the fashion market. It's on the higher side right now. It's already in the market. I mean, it's not like using, and that had been tested and that had been with imports and exports also. I'd be happy if some people, I can be speaking with some people on phone or by mail for such things. Any other questions?
Do banks give loans for these projects?
How is the response to your services in India? Bank gets loans for the agricultural projects, like for example spirulina ones. There are plenty of subsidies also. So although the subsidy percentage differs from state to state in India, but there are. So I need to know where exactly and what quantity of soil, the climate change happening over there for all these reasons. So they need to make a TPR report we people make, and then we submit it to the bank, and definitely there has been certain chunk of money which could be used. How is the response to your services in India for water treatment and soil testing? It's quite good. It's quite good. People are liking, in the sense, because we're not only just lessening any chemical contamination or virus or something else. What we're doing is even allowing them to make revenue out of it. If pollution is there, it means a certain percentage of chemicals or a certain product is higher side. So why not to isolate that higher side and then make money out of it? Are you using algae for any other process? For yes, we are in process in growing so for Bihar, Jharkhand, for making not biodiesel but directly into energy, because when I spoke about, when I'm speaking all this, I have a keen sense of involving social science into this, and what I found out is to use a biogas for a cooking system, it's much more. I mean, people are more accepting if the things come with electricity. And for algal biodiesel, the particular concentration limit goes with, we have to make certain specific mechanical engineering, some engines also. So it's better when we go with the energy stuff. That is all. Well, we approach, my services are basically for, I mean, when I go, I have certain awareness programs we do, like for example, for agriculture, for different crops. I don't ever always tell about soil testing. Soil testing is important. It could be done in any nearby lab. What is important is analyzing the soil and then giving a particular solution for the same. That is what we do, and in doing so, we have been moving to various industries like Tata and other, which had been implementing these processes, and through which we are getting to know to lots of people, because majority of the problems, pollution happens from the industries. And we do go to different municipalities and Panchayati Raj in doing so. My target customers are municipalities and industries. So can I get a training in that from you? Yeah, definitely. Let me know. Let me know your email ID. Please shoot me email. I'll let you know. What are the main business benefits for setting up a water treatment plant? Business benefit for water treatment plant. Well, it's I would say, since I am not installing a water treatment plant, I'm using a microbial approach in doing so. It's yes, I mean, if possible, if the water treatment plant is so optimized so that we can have a drinking water facility, it could be bottled. There are processes. I mean, there are I can optimize a water treatment plant microbiologically, and it could be till we drink a water, and then it could be bottled or packed into pouches and could be given to other people. Could be saleable for making revenue. That was your answer for the point. Any more questions? Hello?
Hello, yeah. What is the approximate date to complete any project? Hello?
Date to complete any project in terms of treatment?
Treatment, testing, everything?
Well, it ranges. Well, it depends from the timing ranges from implementation level till the implementation level. The timing ranges from 4 months to 12 months.
Okay. Can you share any of your success stories?
In relation to the treatment?
Treatment, projects?
Yeah, the treatment, my slides over there, I had 2 slides that was showing about the treatment processes for water and soil. And yes, of course, I cannot show you right now because I don't have it on the laptop. Yes, we do, like I was saying, we do have a specific awareness programs and doing different stuffs. We have some clippings, I guess, on the website. It should be uploaded.
Okay. Audience, can you ask few more questions if you have? I don't think anyone has further questions.
Okay.
DMG team? Any more questions? Okay. Okay, I think we can wind up this. In the audience, anyone?
It was nice talking with all of you.
Yeah. Audience, if you have any other further
please,
questions, please visit this link which I have pasted now, and you can continue this discussion in through this forum.
Okay.
Mr. Ashutosh, you can also visit this, and you can subscribe to this, and you'll get the alerts to your mailbox.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for attending this webinar. This is an event organized by agricultureinformation.com. Please visit our events calendar for updates on forthcoming events. And I am closing this meeting now. Thank you all. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks a lot.